disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Flixx, Kicks, and Flix, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me as always, on time, my podcast partners, Joe Hartley and Angel Diaz. What's up, fellas?
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Center Network. All right, now on Tuesdays, we got the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff, and on Wednesdays is us, Flixx, Kicks, and Flix, with Gene, Joe, and Angel. For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. Fellas, it's showtime. Angel, you almost messed me up.
No, because you want this is what it is, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I'm just as messed up as you are, because I'm like, but they just recorded on Monday, so how is it?
Right.
I'm like, oh, but it comes out on Tuesday,
right?
But then another part of me is like, but it's a live video, so technically it's still a Monday.
All of that is going on in my head as I'm trying to do the intro. So when I see you on camera doing the math in your head, you're about to throw me off.
Because you know how it is, man. As I listen, I'm just like, yeah. And I'm like,
I saw you doing that. That's why I just said, you know what? I just gotta look at Joe's shirt and just ignore Angel right now because he's about to fuck me up. Anyway,
you know what? Inside Scoop, it comes out when it comes out. Deal.
That sounds like us. We come out when we gonna come out.
Pretty much. You know what? It's already been a few weeks, and here we are. We're back at it. So
we busy guys.
Hey, it's summertime. It's in the heat of summer. Come on, man. Let's just, when it's the school year, we're rocking because we all got something to say. We all got something to say during the school year. Summertime, we just listen.
I told Gene in warm up, Angel. I got a story that I sat on for this 3 weeks.
That's right. I'm ready to hear.
Just wanted to tell it online. Okay. So get this. So before I went to Mackinac, this is about 3 weeks ago, every Friday we do pizza at my house. Now, since my dad passed, we've been hanging out with my mom a lot. So some of the days we're over there for Pizza Friday. So we'll order a pizza or we'll make it. Depends on, how we're feeling and, if we want to deal with it or not. So this particular, we went and I needed gas. So I went and ordered a pizza. 2 minutes up the road, I just drive up. I stopped at the gas station. I'm at the gas station and there's the one pump. Someone's there. I pull in behind at the other pump. I get my gas. I go in, grab some pops to go with dinner, come back out. I'm blocked in.
Is pops the word for soda?
Yeah, soda, pop, whatever.
We don't say soda up here.
Either way.
Excuse
me.
Know.
Trust me, I learned that anytime I travel anywhere else.
Excuse me.
It's all good. So the car in front of me, I don't have enough room to get by. And for whatever reason, the gas station's full. So a guy pulls up behind me, but gives me no room to get out.
Okay.
None whatsoever. So I'm like, I just want to go home and eat my pizza, man. I'm hungry. It's hot out. I'm tired. I was working all day, helping out at the house and everything like that. So I looked out my window and I said, hey, man, can you just pull back so I can get out? Dude looked at me and like I had 5 heads, man. It was weird. So I said again one more time, and I kind of got out of my car and I said, hey, can you move so I can get out? He goes, pull forward. I said, I can't pull forward. That's there's literally, I would have had to been perfect. And I'm not gonna lie, man. If I'm not confident in it, I'm not gonna do it. So I got out of my car and I said, hey, man, quit being a jerk. Which I used other words, but I'm trying to keep.
I'm about to say. I know you didn't say jerk. I know you didn't say jerk. No. Don't you dare.
I'm at the point now. I'm hangry. Okay, I'm getting mad. So I said I had some choice words with this guy. So he gets out of his car and starts freaking out on me, just flipping out over something so simple. Okay, and I'm done. I'm over it. I've had a day. I'm ready, but I'm trying to keep my composure. Okay, this guy gets and the one thing I tell people don't do around me, sticks his finger in my face. And I'm still keeping it together. Okay. And now his girl's in the car, and she's out now screaming at me too behind him. So I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but this guy goes, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if he went to push me or throw a punch, but I wasn't having it. So I grabbed him. I put him in a wrist lock, put his arm. So I had his elbow so I could like really control his arm. But I had his wrist full, like almost like a Kimura. Okay. One hand, one thumb, and he was going nowhere, screaming bloody murder, screaming at me to let him go. And I said, are you going to move your car? And he said, no. And I said, well, then we have a problem. Next thing I know, before we even work this out, his girl jumps on my back and starts clawing my neck. She's clawing my shoulder and my neck and just going off. So now I told her, I grabbed and I put some pressure on his elbow, and I told her, get the F off my back or I'm going to break his arm. I told her straight up. So now he's yelling at her. I'm yelling at her, and I have two decisions. Break the arm or like bash her up against the gas thing, because I'm done. I want to go home. I'm out of here. Like, I'm done. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and I decide I'm going to bash her up against the thing. Before I get a chance to like actually, you know, get her off my back, a woman gets out of her car and pulls her off of me. And then I throw him against his truck and say, move your shit, get out of my way. And he yells at her, get in the car, gets in his truck, moves, and I peel it out of there. I was over it. I got to my mom's. I was shaking. I was pissed. She's like, my mom is so funny. She goes, you want a shot? I'm like, I just want to eat my pizza. But I'm like, I know there's some crazy video right now of this crap.
Did anything ever get out? Have you gotten any police reports, nothing?
I was waiting for it, but nothing. And I mean, they would have showed up at my mom's house because my registration goes there. So
okay,
I haven't heard anything or nothing. I've seen that truck one more time though.
Yeah, he don't want that problem.
Nah, he was really freaked out. The second he knew he messed up, the second I had his arm, and I told him straight up, like, but I've never, like, this girl was about 5'7", about $140, $150, and she just had her all around my neck. And just, I had big old scratch. My wife was putting like peroxide on me and everything. She said, what in the world just happened? And I'm like, I wish I could tell you because it was that crazy. And I don't know if that girl, like, who got out of her car to help was worried about me or if she was worried about me actually breaking his arm. So
I mean, well, if you gave her the ultimatum, but she still was on you, she didn't care about you she didn't care about that dude that much.
Okay, man, but I'm not trying to go to jail, so I wasn't gonna break his arm. But I really had to, like,
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Me, I'm one of those people that I'm like, well, fuck, I said it, so now I gotta go through with it. Because if I don't,
listen, man. And when my younger years, I probably would have broke it, but I have a family and everything, so I can't be doing no jail time. So, but I didn't want to mess her up either. I just wanted her to get off my back. Well, at this point, she's messing me up, man.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not gonna say I would have broken his arm, but your two options you gave, I probably just would have hit him even harder.
You know what? Now thinking back on it, because those were the only two options going through my head. I probably should have just kicked him in the face and thrown him, and then I could have peeled her off. But
my thing was like, in that moment, it's just like I would not want to touch her because that's gonna end up going way south. So I would just would have hurt him more.
100%.
So,
100%. But you can see where the altercation, like if they would have needed video and it did go to the cops, you could see where he really came at me.
He came at you. Yeah, I got you.
Frankly, I would have just let him go if he would have just moved his shit. So
hey, listen, it's crazy. Not in that, like, well, I'm not gonna say it's that story. I think I've almost gotten into 2 or 3 fights the past like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not even joking. Almost got into a fight at a karate tournament.
Ooh.
With a way older person, you know, damn near elderly. And I don't want to say elderly. Let me not even go down that road. Just
why is anybody at that age trying to start stuff?
This is the thing. A person that competes in like the 60 and over division felt the need to, you know, pump his chest, and he said some very disrespectful things and some racially motivated stuff, and it got real close to me telling somebody, let me borrow your gear and I'm gonna do a quick exhibition match because I'm not going to slide. There's that. And my girlfriend was there, and my girlfriend had to sit there and just be like, she said it. She's like, this isn't going to go well if this guy keeps talking. I would really suggest, because I was trying to be really calm. And the crazy thing was, I was defending a little kid that he ended up hitting.
That makes it ridiculous.
Which was ridiculous.
That makes it even worse.
Then yesterday or 2 days ago, my mom went out with my grandmother, and she fell. She said she was trying to get like her keys out of her pocketbook. And I guess like going down, like, you go down from the sidewalk to like just the normal asphalt pavement. She said like she missed a step and she fell. So she had like cuts on her head, like a little cut on her nose, scrapes on her knees. And I look at her and I said, what's wrong with you? And she told me. And I go, you sure no one to put you? I was like, you sure no one put their hands on you? You sure no one touched you? Yeah, I'm sure. And then I looked at her and said, I feel like you're lying. So don't protect them. Like, just tell me what happened. Did someone hit you? Just let me know. And she's like, Angel, I fell. I'm honest. And I just kept telling her, Mom, I don't like, if someone put their hands on you, take my wallet, take everything. I'm gonna go beat his ass now. Like, it's just wait for me. Like, just wait for me. Cause I made it real clear. Like, just wait for me when I get to where I'm gonna get arrested. There's no doubt about that. Just wait there. Cause I could promise you, if someone like pushed you and what I'm saying, like Joe, like she had like a cut on her nose, she was scraped on her forehead. Like, I can understand how she could fall. But I kept telling her, like, it looks like someone put their hands on you. Like, it looked like someone pushed you. Like, that doesn't look like a fall type of scrape. So I guess she was telling my brother the other day, and my brother was like, "Are you sure no one touched you?" And she said, she said, "I promise." She was like, "I promise you, because if so, Angel wouldn't be here right now. Angel was ready to get in the car." Because my first thought was like, where was it? In Bridgeport? I know what street you were on. I'll go to the street right now. I'll be right back. Don't even worry. And I even said it to my girlfriend. I said, listen, I was like, you almost lost me today because I almost went over there and would have had to go handle some business because I was like, I don't play with.
You'd have been out, no problem. Nobody's going to blame you for that.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, up here in the East Coast, I could say this. When it comes to like mothers, like if a guy attacks a girl, and if someone hurts your mother up here, like cops in the East Coast, not saying they're not gonna arrest you, but you ain't getting charged or nothing crazy. It's like simple.
Go through the motions, man.
Yeah,
for the most part,
but everyone kind of has that whole. Everyone kind of has that whole like, nah, man. But you this dude beat your mom up. Yeah, we'll look away for 10 seconds. Don't worry. Like it's that's the truth, man. Like that's really how it is up here sometimes. But besides that, man, my week has been chill. Last week I had my girl here, so that was a good time. We ended up going to see Marlon Wayne's comedy show later on in the week, which was dope, man. Fun. That was dope to see Marlon Wayne's. I'll tell you what, man. Marlon has this dude that opens up for him. I swear to God, I thought it was Travis Plowden. I swear to God. I swear to God, this guy's name is DC Irvin. I swear to you, I thought Travis was up there just telling jokes. I kept saying it to my girl. I'm like, doesn't that look like Travis? She's like, it kind of does. I said, this is crazy, man. If this dude, I wanted to take a picture. I just couldn't take my phone out to send it to Travis and be like, yo, I didn't know you do jokes now, man. It's crazy. Like if all people, I would have thought Gene would have been the one to get up there and do a comedy show. Like, this is nuts. So besides that, man, I just been chilling. But yeah.
You know what's funny about that, Angel, is people have actually asked me to do that, and I'm not a comedian. Like I could not see myself doing that stuff.
My girl said that while we were there. They were like, they have amateur mic night on Wednesday. She's like, you should really go and do that. And I'm like, no. She's like, no, I really think like you just being yourself, you would actually get a bunch of laughs. And I told her, I said, do you know what goes into comedy? Like it's like an actual like process.
Yeah, there's a lot, and that's the thing. A lot of people who are naturally funny will bomb doing comedy because there's a whole stick. There's like you have to really work at it.
It's like
comedians eat a lot of shit before they actually get big.
Yeah, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, it's kind of like karate. Like you gotta like put effort and train. And like I said, listen, there's a Dave Chappelle joke. The man tells you the punchline before he says the joke, and you still laugh at the damn joke. I'm not like who else can do some shit like that. Like I don't know who else could do that. Who could tell you like the joke is gonna be the apple fell off? They tell you a joke and it's like because I kicked the apple off, and everyone laughs. Like you gotta be able to like story tell and do all that. So it's just crazy. But besides that,
you got to find your footing, and it takes a while to figure that out.
Yeah, but besides that, man, I've been chill. I'm not gonna lie to you, Joe. sometimes I'd be praying that those stories just happen to me sometimes. I just and not because I wanted to, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I feel like I'm like a vigilante superhero, so I just be thinking like I'm doing good for the world. I swear to God, ask my girl, she will tell you. Sometimes I think I'm
you're gonna
out there.
make me do something because now, just because you said this, you know what we're gonna have to watch now. I don't know if you've seen these at all. Kick Ass.
Oh, I love that.
I've never seen them. I've never seen them.
You never seen them?
I started to one time, and the first one I never finished it. And
okay,
I don't even remember.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I love them, but I don't know how Gene's gonna think about it.
I don't think he'll like it.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. You'll see what I'm talking about because we're gonna have to watch it now. I'm trying to see if it's good, out, like on Netflix. But
it's on. It should be on Amazon Prime, I think. Oh, I think it is on Netflix also.
I think it is too. Yes, only the first one though, not the second one.
The first one, which one you like better? I thought the first one was the best. If you guys haven't noticed, people, it's everything but Flashpoint, so don't even get crazy.
No, we're getting into it. But it's been 3 weeks. It's been a while. I mean, on top of me getting into it, I went to Mackinac, celebrated my wife's birthday. Like, there's a lot going on. So
we completely bypassed that. We just want to know. You got to a fight. Let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Here's the thing. I've been sitting on that story because I would have shared it like in the chat, but I'm like, no, this has to be told on in person or on the
and you know what? I can't wait to listen to it in the morning because it was like my whole system. As soon as you got ready to start telling the story, it was like my whole system just said, shit, it's these three motherfuckers again. Let me just chill out.
hey, let me ask you, Joe.
It just shut down on me. I'm like, what the hell? So,
hey, Joe, I gotta know, Joe. I
didn't hear any of your story, Joe, but I'm gonna listen to it.
Hey, Joe, I gotta know. Did you tell Mike Gibbs?
No, I haven't told Mike. I wanted to tell on the
he would have been like, Joe, I'm disappointed in you. You should have kicked that man right across the face.
No, you know what though? Mike has, since I've gotten older, like he tries to keep me out of trouble now. Back in the day, Mike was all about getting me into trouble. But now, like some of the times that I tell him stuff, he'll be like, man, you're not 20 anymore. You got to stop that crap.
And Mike's older too now. He's older and matured a little.
Like right now, I still think anybody get in Mike's way and they'll get hurt.
Bro, I'm not gonna be like, man, I love Mike. Like Mike's energy is just different, man. He's just like Mike is literally like an outlaw. Like he just runs by his own rules. He don't care about nothing else. Like that's it.
Bro, I could probably do like I don't know how many episodes of stories that I got just hanging out with Mike for like 2 summers.
It messed up.
We can't hear you, Gene.
That's crazy.
Back. No, crazy. You're back.
Yeah, I know. But that's crazy. Like I literally have my hands on nothing.
So, Gene, how you been?
I've been better. I was real good. I was real good until we started recording. I have no idea. You know what's funny about that? Earlier today, I said, you know what? Last night, matter of fact, I turned off this laptop because sometimes I leave the laptop on when I get done with work, right? Well, last night I said, you know what? I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna have this thing all rebooted and reset and good to go when I turn it on today for the show. And I just knew it was gonna be good. And here we go. It's just doing what it wants to do. And Travis got us recording it a little different, so I did not want to, log off and then log back in because I didn't know if this was gonna mess up anything. So I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, man, it's been an interesting last 3 weeks. Me and Mel, we went out of town. We went up to Muskegon. We took the kids up to what's that place up there? Michigan Adventures. We went up there for a little while. And man, that place is expensive. I was not expecting it to be that expensive. It's just a little bit of money up there. And especially Champ didn't really want to do nothing. Now Champ loves to ride, all rides. He'll get on anything. When we got up there, he didn't really want to do too much anything. And so we did some stuff. There really was not too many food options for me to eat up there. I think only thing I had up there was some French fries. That was it. French fries and I think a cookie and a pop. That was it. Yeah. And me and Champ was standing in line at this one spot. And then he says, Daddy, I want a hot dog. I don't want a hamburger. I want a hot dog. And we already been in line for a little while. So I said, well, Champ, they don't got a hot dog here. And he was like, well, I saw it. It's at another place. I'm like, damn. So and Melissa and DJ, they wanted to go someplace else also. So we all get out of line. DJ and Melissa, they go to one place, and me and Champ going to another place. And I swear I'm in line for about 45, 50 minutes.
Dang.
Starving. I felt like my stomach was eating at my spine. Like I'm starving. So when I finally got my fries, I killed my fries. I killed Champ fries. He didn't want his fries. He got his hot dog.
Damn.
Yeah. So we made the trip back. It was a 3-hour drive. Actually, it might have actually been a little bit longer than 3 hours because it's a lot of constructions sites.
Yes.
Me too, Joe. I'm so done with it. Damn. Everywhere. So we got construction everywhere here. So we made it back in time. I dropped Champ off at his mom. He was tired, but actually both of the kids were asleep by the time we got back home. This weekend, me and Mel went out. We met up with her cousin. She hadn't seen her cousin in a few years, so we met up with her and her boyfriend. We went to a restaurant in Farmington, and man, we had these big margaritas, and that thing crept up on me because we had dinner, huh?
Where'd you go?
Los Tres Amigos.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So we ate there, man. These margaritas were huge, right? And I'm drinking mine, and I'm getting down. We're eating out on the patio. A fly comes and lands in my drink.
Oh.
So I'm like, damn. So I get the waiter to come over, and I said, hey man, I got a fly just flew in here and went to sleep in my drink. Like, can I get another one? And he was like, yeah, I'll give you another one. And then I stopped him. I was like, wait a minute, before you take this, do I have to pay for another drink, or are you going to just refresh this for me? He said, no, I'll refresh it. So that was cool. I think he refreshed it. As far as I know, he brought me another one. I mean,
he took out the damn fly.
He just took the fly. Low key, that's what I'm kind of thinking he did. But, I'm giving
just pretend like he did it.
Right. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. They gave me another one. And so, so now I'm working it down again. I'm like, oh, my God. I got to a point where I couldn't drink anymore. But I wasn't drunk at the restaurant. I wasn't drunk. After that, we go bowl. After we bowl for 2 hours, that's when it hit me on the way back.
Ooh,
yeah, I was feeling good. Me and Melissa, both of us, we was feeling good. Got home, chilled, passed out, woke up Sunday morning, hung the hell over. I ain't had no hangover in a long time. And like I said, I didn't think I drunk that much of the margarita to get a hangover. But we both we were out of it. We wasn't feeling good at all. Anyway, work has been pretty cool. I had vacation, like you, Joe, or 2 weeks ago. I was off 2 weeks ago, and but I didn't do anything. And the messed up part, like I'm not going to take time off like that again and stay here because I still taught classes. So it felt like a normal work week. It did not feel like I was on vacation. Because DJ she was in this engineering program over the summer. So every morning we're getting up to take her. She had to be there at 7:30 in the morning. Oh, so we're dropping her off at Lawrence Tech like it's school, and then she got picked up at 3:30 in the afternoon. So it did not feel like I was on vacation. So we just kind of hung out here at the house, and then I would go teach because Melissa was still working, and then I would go teach at night. So. But everything's going good at the school, Joe. The kids ready for you to come back. Are you good to go Thursday?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then I got to find somebody too, man. I got to find someone who can teach creative forms. That's what I'm looking for now. I need to find somebody to teach creative forms, man, because I really don't want the kids to continue doing these Taekwondo forms.
I know someone. I know someone up there who could teach you who could teach you guys creative forms.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You want it in person, right?
Yeah, in person. Yep. I mean, you know, I would have definitely, if it was possible, you know, to get somebody from out of state, I definitely would. But I don't want to do nothing like that on Zoom or anything like that.
I
That'll
was
be
gonna
too
say that's what
hard.
Jeff will do it on Zoom, but
Yeah,
Well, I
but
was just
and
about,
then I
yeah,
have
I was just about to say Jeff can do it on Zoom. I was gonna say like Jeff is the dude, man. Like Jeff knows how to break a creative form down like crazy.
yeah,
But I
but
know someone out
but
there
this is the issue. If Jeff did it on Zoom, like I would still have to be around and be there to help the
to
kids.
show them.
Yeah, I don't want
I
to
got
do
you.
that. I don't want to do
Yeah,
it. I
that's
don't
like
want to
you
do
haven't
it.
learned it for him.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
there's like someone I know up there, so I could I could reach out to him and see if he'll be interested. I don't know where he's at in Michigan, but I know he's like near that area, at least so as much as I think. So
Okay, we'll chop
I
up
got
the
you.
talk.
Yeah, I got you.
Other than that, man, I can't think, man. It's been 3 weeks since we really, you know, been doing this thing and talking.
Ooh,
I don't
damn.
know what you guys don't know.
Did your
uh,
speaker switch?
I don't know. I didn't do nothing. I sound
Yeah,
different.
you went from going like to the back of this room to like, hey, what's up? My name is Eugene Plowden. How
Hey
y'all doing?
man, I don't like I
He's
said, man. I don't know. Like maybe it's because it's 3 weeks. Like now I'm getting my system back working, and it's like, damn, I didn't know we were working tonight, man. It's like it's half sleep. You know when you're half sleep and you're trying to do some shit. That's what's going on right now.
oh.
Punk ass StreamYard. I don't know what time to pick this shit. That's right. I said it. Fuck them because man, they not a sponsor. Now I will take this back if they start to sponsor us. But until then, I'm gonna keep it going.
Oh yeah, I'm timestamping this one. I'm timestamping
I don't
this.
think Travis want to see. I don't think
I'm gonna timestamp this
I
one.
don't think he wants to hear me going off on the, this program that he got us using.
Oh
Anyway.
God.
Anyway,
All right.
Joe, are you ready?
Flashpoint, yeah.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
Okay, so Flashpoint is Donnie Yen. It's I don't know about y'all, but I only found subtitled, which was fine. I don't mind subtitled, but the problem for me with this movie was the pacing. The pacing of this movie was just kind of real ho hum. It was just a little slow. They really weren't getting into like the plot, and the plot was just simple.
Very
simple. You know, you had the police going after the triad, dealing drugs and women and all the bad stuff. They got a guy on the inside, which they didn't really make clear until like you saw this guy working for the triad, but then you also saw him talking to Donnie Yen's character, June Ma, Inspector June Ma. So I was like, is this guy has to be a rat or a CI or he's a police officer? But later they tell you it's his partner. But they don't really show that right away. They just kind of let you figure it out. It was really weird. And they called him Wilson, which also was interesting. And, you know, I mean, it was, like I said, it was just very basic. The whole time, the fight scenes, there wasn't a whole lot of them.
Not really. What 2 or 3? Something like that.
And yeah, I mean, maybe through 2 or 3, a little bit of gunplay, and then I mean, yeah. But the thing that really made me mad about that was one, I love to watch Donnie Yen, and he was using a whole new style of martial arts in this. He was doing a little bit of MMA. He had some wrestling. He was doing some jujitsu. So I was like, yeah. I mean, just that first armbar when he swung around my man's head and flipped him over was nice. And then you didn't see him do anything again for like 22 scenes. It was crazy.
Is this the only movie that we've seen where the fight scene is obviously jujitsu? And no, I'm talking about a movie like this where there's a cop and he's going after a drug dealer, not somebody that's representing a martial art, like a martial arts instructor or anything like that. I'm talking about.
I think it was more MMA style fighting. Because he was doing some clinch.
Well, I mean, he was doing
some knees. He was throwing some wrestling.
I mean, of course he's going to have to. I mean, of course he's going to have some type of striking in it. But this had a lot of grappling and a lot of jujitsu stuff in it. Go ahead, Angel.
The John Wick series, it was really big on that. John Wick was, you know, if you look at a lot of the fight scenes, John Wick always had a throw and a grab.
Yeah,
a
but
clinch,
but the thing is with him when he was doing that, I don't know. Like to me, it was so much gunfighting in it. I think the gunfighting kind of took away from the jujitsu that was in the movie. To me,
we've done another. I mean, you're saying like a cop movie because I was gonna say you could always do. I mean, the Halle Berry movie. Her prime,
but that's once again she was.
I know what you mean. Like but I was only saying that because like her main focus was jujitsu in that movie. Mm-hmm. It wasn't stand up. So, but I'm. I mean, listen.
Like I don't mean like red belt or you know.
I have one.
Uh-huh.
But it's for one scene, so I don't know if you're gonna count it.
Shit, it was only 3 in this movie or something
so
like that. It really wasn't.
You could do Enter the Dragon, the opening scene of Bruce Lee.
Oh, I'm not gonna count. I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't count that. Me personally.
We're talking about this. No. Now go ahead. Talk about this because
because that movie came out in '74.
So like, what? He was ahead of his time.
Exactly. But was he? What was he really doing? Jujitsu.
What the fuck were you gonna call that then? At that time,
grappling.
A throw.
Grappling.
Okay, so it's jujitsu.
Well, I mean, we have like different type of grabs and stuff that we would do in our school, but it wasn't
like
jiu-jitsu.
That.
It was
like that. You were doing it like that at that time, but you weren't doing it like that.
I don't know
the
specific scene that you're talking about. I would have to look at
the first scene.
Hey man, I'm not like you where I can memorize every movie.
I'm gonna go and search it up. You guys go ahead and talk. I'm gonna bring it on. I got you. Don't worry.
Go ahead, pull it up.
Here we go.
What do you think, Joe? What do you think?
I mean, jujitsu and grappling wasn't really a thing, so who knows?
That's what I'm trying to explain to him.
That's
I mean, it was a thing, but not worldwide.
I'm saying
at that point
we can watch it now and say, "Oh yeah, it's jujitsu," but like
at that time, it was
watching the movie.
At that time, jujitsu. Jiu-jitsu is a martial art that's been around before that movie came out.
You are 100% right, man. I'm not knocking. I'm not saying that, but we don't know if did Bruce Lee study jiu-jitsu.
Here I go. I'm going into the archives. I got you. Don't worry.
I don't think I've never heard anywhere of saying Bruce Lee studied jiu-jitsu. If that's
he did study everything. He also studied judo. So there were some judo moves in there.
Listen.
I'll give him judo, maybe.
Yes, I'll give him that also, but that's not jiu-jitsu. I mean, I know jiu-jitsu came from judo, but you know, at that time in the early 70s, jiu-jitsu primarily was in 2 places, right? Either in Brazil or in Japan. It really wasn't big in the US yet. Like it didn't Horion Gracie didn't get here and start teaching until 79. And that movie came out.
But that movie came out in 76 or 74. I thought it was 76. It could have been 74. Don't quote me on it.
Anyway, that was before.
It was a few years.
Yeah, I mean that makes a difference.
Five years?
Yeah, because where was Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee was making movies. He was not studying jiu-jitsu in Brazil.
He was still studying in the meantime with different instructors.
In the U.S., who was teaching them jiu-jitsu in the U.S.? Or
could
in
have
China?
Been Gene LaBelle.
Or Hong Kong.
Could have been Gene LaBelle. Could have been Gene LaBelle. You don't know that.
But he was doing judo, right?
Gene LaBelle?
I'm talking about jiu-jitsu. Yes, I'm talking about jiu-jitsu. Whether you want to call it jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, or Gracie jiu-jitsu. That's what I'm talking about.
I think at that time it was just jiu-jitsu. I think jiu-jitsu, yes. I think he was learning it at that time. I truly believe he was learning it at that time.
Who was teaching him that? I've never heard of him doing jiu-jitsu. Grappling, yes, you could say that. Wrestling, that had been around. That had been established. But jiu-jitsu didn't become mainstream until really 93 when it became mainstream. But Horion was teaching in California in the late 70s, early 80s. So I'm trying to figure out like who would have taught Bruce Lee jiu-jitsu.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, continue, Joe.
Okay, so you know, I mean, like I said, this is very basic. So, just like your
Oh,
normal.
hold on, Joe, hold on. Angel, you can timestamp that because Travis might want to.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I
Travis is trying to make
that.
a main point out of that, probably.
Yeah,
oh no, we are because I'm gonna bring it back. So I already got it. I got the timestamp in here. I got you. Don't worry about that.
Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, so basically Wilson is trying to bring down the triad, and you know, he's undercover, and they're gonna do a bust. Well, he gets discovered and gets in trouble, and you know, basically gets. First off, I have a huge problem because he's in the car when he gets discovered, and he jumps out of the car. The guy driving the car turns the car, has enough time to turn the car around, come at you, and I mean, it's taking forever. This is like Austin Powers driving a steamroller. I'm gonna floor it. Amount of time, you know, if anybody knows that reference, I know it's a little old, but I don't care because that's funny part of the movie. But anyhow, and this guy never moves out of the way.
Nope.
And he hits him with the car and sends him flying down a hill, which probably should have killed him, but doesn't.
He should have been killed on impact.
Yes, because he hit him at about 50, and then he goes flying down a hill.
Hold on,
he comes out with like some broken ribs and a broken leg or something like that. It was messed up. That part really bothered me.
This is the part that bothered me on it. So basically, this guy he's an undercover cop. He gets found out. They never said how they found out, did they? I didn't see it. It was just all of a sudden, you know, they just felt like something was off. There should have been something leading up to us to let us know that they knew that they were that they were on to him. You know, like later on, he made a phone call. So before this happened, he made a phone call. So when he was in the car, what was the guy's name? The main guy, the main villain.
Well, the henchman was Tiger, and then this guy was like Choco or something like that, or
whatever his name is. He was the main guy that he was.
Was he Cannon?
I have no idea. But the guy that Donnie Yen fights at the end, that's what we're talking about. So, you know, he asks Wilson for his phone, and he calls the last number that he called, and that was Donnie Yen. And he just says, "Oh, we're on our way to the dock," and that's when he jumps out the car. But like, there was nothing. Like, how did he? Like, why did he do that? Why did he ask for the phone? Go ahead, Angel.
Can you guys see my screen or no? No? Okay. Well, all right, hold on. I was sharing my screen. Let me go back to so you guys can see my face really quick. So it says
anyway.
okay.
You go. You know what? I see it now. I can add it to the stream. Hold on, let me add it.
Yeah, so add it to the stream. Go ahead.
Okay, I did.
You did? All right.
Yeah,
here we go.
This looks bad. This looks horrible.
How bad is it?
No, go ahead, man. Do whatever you're doing. I mean,
I clicked the play button.
Yeah, because only reason I said it looked bad because Travis has us, you know, have the little thing on here, and but anyway, we'll continue. Go ahead.
So it's playing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I ended up seeing was it said Jeet Kune Do is the basics for having all techniques in the arsenal. It says in the book, illustrated in 1975, it has joint locks, arm locks, and jujitsu moves, the basic jujitsu moves. Then
you're reading that from the book, or you're reading that from Wikipedia?
No, I'm not reading that from Wikipedia. I'm reading that from a website, like a jiu-jitsu website that talks about Bruce Lee being the founder of modern martial arts.
That's the man. Of course, somebody after the fact can say that. I want to see.
Well, but it has the pages.
There was still grappling. I'm not knocking. I'm not saying.
No, I know. I'm saying it was jiu-jitsu though. It has the pages from Jeet Kune Do in there that shows what it actually looked like in the book.
We can. Okay, I'm about to remove this now. I see
ahead.
You're talking about that flip right there.
Not that flip. Nope. Not that. Wait till it's gonna come up right now. Puts him in a Kimura. Then from there, he's gonna put him in an armbar.
Angel, that does not necessarily at that time that could have been from anywhere, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that is jiu-jitsu.
You don't think so? All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. I got you. You don't think so?
Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Joe? I mean, if I throw a reverse punch, okay, somebody could look at the reverse punch and says, "Oh, he's doing boxing because that's a cross." Okay, no, it's just a reverse punch to me. I didn't get that from boxing. Okay, now at some point in time, there has always been grappling. Grappling was not invented just jujitsu. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, he could have been grappling. I'm quite sure. Yes, he grappled back in the day, but jujitsu. That's like somebody saying like I don't consider myself doing taekwondo. Now, even though my uncles and my dad's foundation is taekwondo, when I ask my uncle, he says that he looks at it, he doesn't look at himself as quote unquote a karate guy. He says he's a taekwondo martial artist. Okay, but I don't look at myself as a taekwondo martial artist because he said he taught us karate. You know what I'm saying? So I look at. I mean, yeah, he could have been doing some grappling moves. Like we learned that type of locks and arm locks, this, that, and the other. And my uncle never did jujitsu.
I mean, I got you. And the point of a reverse punch makes sense, right? But I think it's all about the execution and how you do it can determine the way someone can perceive whether it's karate, boxing, whatever it is. Because even as I'm looking through the pages that are in Jeet Kune Do, he has a whole leg lock system. You having a whole leg lock system. A leg lock was primarily jujitsu. The leg lock system. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, if he's applying it the same way, because how we know, there's a bunch of different ways people might throw a certain technique, but the certain way you're throwing it could determine what style you are. I'm just saying, if you talk to any mixed martial artists, they'll say he was doing jiu-jitsu before his time. So I'm just saying,
they probably would, but
I'm just saying, the question, so for everybody, because I know we got way far, the question was, have we seen another movie that had jiu-jitsu in it the way Flashpoint did? I thought that could be a stretch. I mean, I got you.
I'm just talking about when it comes to doing a fight scene, because he just didn't do he did multiple jiu-jitsu moves as a way of self-defense. That looked more like a grappling match. And I'm just saying, out of all of the things that we saw, go ahead.
I got one. Blood and Bone.
Now that's a possibility. That could have been.
Because I mean, I get it. It's still kind of like the fighting, but it was more of. But he also he was also shooting guns, a little bit at the end. It wasn't just a strictly it was an underground fighting. So technically, you could have done anything there, but I get what you're saying.
I think that's going to be the closest.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I got you.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I agree with that. Blood and Bone has a lot of that in it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, going with the movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So I mean, we find this guy. I mean, also during this, Wilson had a birthday. It was kind of weird to me because he's at his house. His boys want to take him out for his birthday, but he just wants to stay home. And then when he's home, he kind of seems like he's looking for some companionship, but then it also seems like he has a girlfriend. So I didn't understand that. Did you get that?
It seemed like he just wanted somebody else besides them, because he said that he was nervous being around those guys. But he called more.
Why was he calling more people when he seemed to have a girlfriend? He called her last.
Yeah, he called her. I think if she said no, because everybody else said no, he was calling other women. At least that's what I thought. He was calling other women.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, so this girl was the only one that said yeah. Everybody else said no. So if she said no to, I think he probably would have just dialed somebody else to come over.
But I'm saying, when she was there, it seemed like his girlfriend. So it was weird.
Yeah. When she got there, you're right. It definitely is. It was his girlfriend.
He didn't want to deal with his girlfriend. He wanted something different.
But what was weird about that was most of the times when we see these type of movies, we don't see people. If somebody is undercover, they're not bringing. They got an undercover girlfriend also. You know what I'm saying? They done met somebody while they were undercover that they're gonna hook up with.
Oh,
his guy was gambling with his real girl, and almost got her ass blew up.
I mean, technically, if you think about it, he's loyal, bro. He's loyal. So like, yeah.
If he was loyal, he wouldn't
have been.
He called like 6 other girls before he called his own girl.
Like I said, I don't know if that was his main girl. I think he was a player. I think she's the only one who said, "Yeah, I'm gonna come over," because everybody was saying no.
I think one was even passed away or something like that.
Yep. One of them was dead.
I'm just saying, this movie was just weird. It was out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I mean, shortly after that, that's when he gets banged up, and she's right at the hospital, and she's taking care of him afterwards. And then he's on the mend, and they have a party for him, and the whole station, everyone shows up. And they order a chicken or a turkey or something. That was weird.
Yeah,
but before
turkey.
we see this turkey show up, one of the triad, because he's going to testify still against the triad. They caught the main person,
one of
Archer.
the brothers.
Yeah, one of the brothers, and so he's going to testify to keep him in jail. And someone puts a bomb in this turkey. Oh, that really, I was just like, really? I mean, this guy puts a bomb, and then he's going to detonate the bomb, with a little trigger just outside the house.
Mm-hmm.
So,
luckily, he had to be so close. He had to be so close to do that, too, because before it wasn't working. Like, he dropped the battery down the steps, and it was like a red button on the trigger. So he couldn't use it until he got within a certain range, and then he was able to use it.
Yeah, they didn't really have good. It was like 97,
yeah.
I think. So they didn't really have good cell phones that could go that do the bombs like they do now, I guess, or at least that you see. So anyhow, the turkey had gotten cold, so the main inspector, the big boss, took it inside, and he got the worst of the explosion, and then the girlfriend hit some of the impact, and everybody else was okay. So, like, that's where Gene said, she was almost killed over all this. And did the main boss, did he end up dying? Did they really show?
Yeah. I mean, he should have been dead.
I mean, that's what I thought, too.
Or mutated into something. I mean, because his face,
I know.
His face was right there.
They never showed, so I just thought that was weird.
I mean, I think they took us as having common sense, because his face is right there at the microwave because everything happened in slow motion. And it blew up. He was right there. The blowback came, and all of the cops fell down, and like I said, like his girl almost blew up. And then we see the whole inside of the house blow up. We just see all the fire, the flames, the smoke, and everything. Yeah. And that inspector was still inside, so there's no way he could have survived that and come out of that. So, if it happened, I would have turned it off and said, "Yo, we ain't doing this movie."
I know, right?
I would have ended it right there.
Well, I mean, even on top of that, his girl was she wasn't that close to the explosion.
No,
and,
she wasn't.
She still got pretty messed up.
Yeah, she was actually walking back in the house, because everybody they were outside on a patio, and the inspector went inside with the turkey to warm it up. And that's when it blew up, and she was making her way back in.
So everyone's at the hospital. They're taking care of her. Wilson's checking in on her, and he walks away, and she gets snatched up. And basically, they call him and tell him to not testify, to keep his girl safe. And Donnie Yen is kind of like pissed off. He's yelling like, "Hey, you want them to get away with this, or you want?" He was like sounding like he was ready to sacrifice his girl.
Right.
That was crazy to me, but he did not. He wasn't willing to gamble her life. He doesn't testify. He says he doesn't remember, and they let Archer go. Now, the crazy part is when he goes to retrieve his girl, kind of seemed to me like they were going to kill both of them anyway.
Oh, yep, 100%.
So, but Donnie Yen's character, he shows up to save the day, even though, I don't know, it was a little far-fetched, because he gets a hold of Archer and puts a gun to him, and until they let them go away on a boat, because they got snipers and everything, he's got the dude hold up at gunpoint, and then he still has to deal with the sniper and about 6 other people.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is what I miss, because we see Archer die eventually, because him and Wilson end up fighting.
Yeah.
I never saw when the third brother died, Tiger. I never saw when he died. I missed that.
I want to say Donnie Yen was taking people out once he got the sniper rifle.
Okay, so maybe he got him, and we just didn't.
He was taking a lot of people out. Plus, at the beginning, so when he got close, the girlfriend and Wilson took off on a boat, and they got pretty far away. And once that happened, he got close. He kept getting closer with the boss, with Archer, and then they kind of was like yelling and screaming back and forth, and he shot Archer in the ear just to kind of prove his point. But then he started just shooting everybody. He might have shot Tiger then. Now I think about it. But I can't pinpoint exactly when. I have to go back and look. But I'm right there with you. I didn't think about that. But anyhow, he starts shooting away at people. He still has to fight the main bad guy because he killed Archer already. But I didn't even see. He got a hold of the sniper rifle, and he just started blowing people away.
Yeah,
I mean, from far, from close, like he wasn't even using it like a sniper rifle. He was just shooting it like it was like he was hunting. It was crazy. And then the fight at the end with the main villain, he used a lot of Muay Thai, some boxing, and then he did finish him like with a little jiu-jitsu and a nice little triple kick that I liked. And that was pretty much the end. Everybody was safe and sound, and they just kind of ended. And then the end, they showed a little bit of it looked like some of the training that they were doing and some of the stuff. And it was a lot of jiu-jitsu, but like I said, he only had like 4 good fight scenes.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of fight scenes in this movie at all. But I mean, it didn't take away from the movie to me. It was still enjoyable to me. It was cool.
Yeah.
What grade would you guys give this movie?
Angel, you want to start?
C-.
I was gonna go C+, so I'm right there.
And I was gonna go C, so yeah.
Well, at least raw.
I mean, it wasn't. It was like the story has been told a bunch of different ways. We've all seen this story before. You know
what? With the story just being blasé, whatever, but having Donnie Yen, if you would have give me like 3 more fight scenes, I'd probably been okay. Really, the lack of fight scenes is where it really bothered me about this movie because the story was just
really
plain.
That's what I was gonna say. The same thing for me too.
The lack of English is what bothered me about this movie.
Well, that too.
Yeah, I said it, Angel. Why you looking like that?
You want me to tam snipe that shit? You want me to tam snipe that? That's gonna be a goddamn hot take right there. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying. I mean, one of the things that I thought about when I was watching this movie, not meaning to bring up Bruce Lee again, is Donnie Yen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the new Bruce Lee?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say over there. Like I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because he's kind of doing like what Bruce Lee did. Like he's making movies over there.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that. I remember. I'm gonna be honest. Remember the movie War that we watched with Jason Statham and Jet Li?
Yeah.
I remember when that movie came out. I think Flashpoint was like they had like a trailer for it before that movie started, like on DVD, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this movie before. And I remember growing up as a kid, I just always looked at Donnie Yen as like a huge star in China. And he's been like dubbed that. Like he's like the Bruce Lee over there. Like he's just pretty much like anything he does in Asia will just do great because he's in it. And then he's been known as like that guy that not that he hasn't transitioned over to the American side, but like his roles aren't as big. Like he's not such a starring role. He's played some pretty big roles in some movies. But yeah, that's pretty much like what he is over there, man. And it's like, I got to give it to him. I will tell you what, the one that threw me off was he looked super young in this movie. And it's like the movies we've been watching of him lately, it looks like he didn't put no makeup on him in the movies we've been watching lately. So like, he's just natural. Like he doesn't have any extra appearance on him. He's just natural. So it was like really shocking to kind of like see what he was doing back then. in that time. Like it's just different.
You know, it's messed up. He is in his 50s now.
That's
right?
Yeah.
He's in his 50s, and he really hasn't had a breakout career in America like Jet Li and Jackie Chan has, and that's messed up.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and the crazy thing is like, in all honesty, I think like Jackie Chan and Jet Li, if I'm correct, they would do movies with him on purpose because they would get the following in Asia. Not saying that those guys couldn't, but he technically is like a bigger star over there than they are. It's just it's a weird dynamic, you know. But you gotta figure he's probably made most of his movies over there, and most of his movies have been built around that market. So he has a strong base. So if you ever look at those guys, like I personally, I think he does all his own stunts. I don't see him doing anything different. Like I really don't.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's interesting.
I don't know. I mean, I hope he's not doing some of the stuff as crazy as Jackie Chan, because Jackie Chan has really done some crazy shit.
Listen, if Rush Hour 4 comes out, we're gonna watch that, right?
Eventually.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just because, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If you give it anything less than an A, you're just a hater.
A Rush Hour 4, it ain't came out yet. It might suck.
Don't matter. Don't matter. I am paying to watch grown men way too old to act and for nostalgia. I know what I'm getting.
Whoa, you can't wait. You can't say way too old to act.
I said what I said. I'll timestamp this. Go ahead.
Try telling Morgan Freeman he's too old to act.
Have you seen where his lines went from being movies to like 3 sentences? There's a reason why.
What?
There's a reason why.
He can still act. Betty White was still acting before she passed away. Like you can keep acting. There's all types of stuff you can do.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't. Do I want to see Jackie Chan still giving me the same lines that made me laugh in 2007? Maybe not. But I'm gonna pay.
Maybe not.
But I'm gonna pay for it because you know why? I'm gonna ride or die with that guy since he started. I got him. I'm just going into that.
You can't just say if we don't like it that we haters. I'm gonna give my straight opinion.
No, it's for the culture. It's an A. It doesn't matter. For the culture, it's an A.
So you mean you like every Jackie Chan movie, no matter what? Just no. If Jackie Chan is in it, you gonna like it?
I'm not gonna say that.
Because then you're gonna have to like the Karate Kid that he was in. Huh?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say that.
You just boxed yourself into a corner, boy.
You did.
Yeah. What now?
Joe got him.
Shit. You just shot yourself in the foot.
You like Jaden Smith and the Karate Kid, huh?
Don't start. What I was gonna say was
the only person on earth. Angel, you're the only person on earth besides Jaden Smith that likes that movie. You two are on. His parents probably like it.
What I was gonna say was, nah, man, Chris Tucker deserves his just due, man. So I was gonna say I support it because of Chris Tucker, but I'm not gonna box myself.
We're all gonna put I'll pay my money to go see
A+.
I'm not gonna just say. I'm not gonna come on here and say it was good if it sucked.
A+. What do you guys want to do next?
Let's do Kick-Ass.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna show you. We're gonna see Angel on there now.
Yes.
Kick-Ass 3. Kick-Ass 3 is gonna supposedly Netflix is gonna do it. So you better audition.
I heard about that. Right, they're doing that. After Kick-Ass, let's do the Never Back Down series. I don't think we've ever done that.
Yeah, but you got.
You know what? It's crazy about. I was wondering about that because I saw it on my Prime. Like I had been watching it, but I don't remember watching it.
Yeah, we never watched the Never Back Down series.
Okay.
Especially because after 1, the next 2 were all Michael Jai White movies, and we've only really done like 1 or 2 Michael Jai White movies.
Okay, but if we're gonna do that series, you got to get them on. So work on that.
Bro, listen, I tried. No joke. I think he gave me a fake phone number. I'm not even joking when I say that. I'm not even joking. Because 2 things happened. Either he gave me the fake phone number or my brother messed up and heard the wrong digits and fucking we texted him and never got a text back. So I don't know which one it is.
Listen, I'll be telling that story because as cool as you all said you were, I wouldn't come out here and say that he gave me.
Listen, no,
You're
man,
a better one than me. You're a better one than me because I'll be like, oh no, I just talked to him the other day.
Hey, nah, listen, man, it's crazy because I mean, like I sent y'all the videos. That dude was in my school. Like we were literally chopping it up, having a great conversation. Like it's not like it's anything different. It's just crazy because like my brother himself said, I think I heard it wrong. I never got a response back. I said, come on, man, what are you doing here? What are you doing to me, man?
You should have had him
just send him a message
from his phone.
Send him a message on Instagram, like, "Yo, what up? I'm trying to get in contact with you."
See, I want to do that, and all I think about is, I wonder how many other people are doing this. And he's like, "Yeah, all right, whatever. Let my publicist handle it." I mean,
but he know you. Like
his son goes to college where I used to go to college at, like where I graduated from. So I mean, like I said, like he has his own production company out here in Connecticut, kind of like how Tyler Perry does. He has his own place out here. So
hey,
yeah,
go to his son's school, sit down next to him in class, and be like, "Hey, tell your daddy to call me." We're gonna wrap it up right there, everybody. Stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you next week, and I'm going to play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.